I'm Jar Jabroni, and this is Open Comms Radio. Thank you for joining us this week. Freedom fighters, frontier fighters, what are they? Terrorists, freedom fighters? I don't know, but hopefully our very, very special guest this week, spokesperson and press secretary for Imperator Addison, will be joining us to answer those questions right up here at the top of the show. Later on in the show, we're going to continue on with our normal weekly questions. This is a call-in show after all, and we do have a question every week. This week's question is a little spooky. What's the scariest thing CIG could engineer in Star Citizen? Going to be honest, this did not go the way I thought it was going to go, but it was a lot of fun. We had a really good time recording this one. And we hope you have a good time listening. You can listen to us every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. You can just pop on there into the Twitch, into the Discord to join the call. Or otherwise, you know how to catch us. You're already on it. You're on the Spotify, you're on the YouTube. If you're listening on one of those platforms, please give us a little like, give us a little subscribe. We would appreciate it. Well, that's all for the intro here. Let's just get right into it. I'm Jar Jabroni, and this is Open Comms Radio. The thing is, though, now that you say that, I can't unsee it. You're absolutely right.
The reclaimer. Let's talk about that first, because I was going to go in a totally different direction.
You can make as much money as you need and work your way towards any ship in the game.
They were trying to cash in off of that nostalgia and that hype. We're live. All right. You're live. You're here. You're listening to Open Comms Radio, the #1 Star Citizen call-in podcast.
You can't do that.
Well, it's the #1 Star Citizen podcast that you're currently listening to.
No, okay. You can do that one. Yeah, you can do that one.
I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean,
cool.
Difficult to verify, but we'll stick with that.
Yeah, they could very easily be listening to two at the same time.
That's true. What do they call that when you're like listening to 3 songs at the same time? There's a word for that. I don't remember what it was.
It's somewhere right on the spectrum.
Yep.
Where we all are.
Fake news. Oh, this wicked guy again. Oof.
Oh, in the chat, yeah, we have Wicket writing in the chat that we're a bunch of fake news, that we're not giving you the proper information. And I just want to let everyone know who's listening to Open Comms Radio. That's true. That's not what we do. We never said we would give you proper information. We never paraded ourselves as a news entity.
Have never suggested that we are a fount of accurate information, or even good information, or valuable information, or even information. Period. Really.
Yeah, we're pretty much Star Citizen slop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the fluff. But somehow, Duke, somehow we managed to get a very, very, very special guest from the UEE with us today.
I know. This is big time. So we take back everything we just said.
Well, we don't have to.
Okay.
Right. We're self-produced. There's no one sitting in an office. There's no one making decisions.
That's true.
It's me, Duke. I hit the play button.
You sit in an office sometimes. You're on your
not
toilet.
For a long time. Not for a long time. I'm in my pajamas.
I'm talking about the porcelain office.
The what?
The porcelain office. The toilet.
Oh,
aren't you usually doing the podcast from the toilet? Yeah, that's what we're known for, right?
It is what we're known for, and
we're trying to get a fucking reputation here, and you're not even picking up on the porcelain humor.
No, that's how you do it.
Okay, all right.
We do the toilet humor, and then a representative for Imperator Addison from the UEE joins us. Yeah. So, this week on Open Comms Radio, because it is a Star Citizen call-in show, and every week we have a question. This week's question is, what's the scariest thing CIG could engineer in Star Citizen? I thought of that because it's the Vara, Day of the Vara.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I wanted to do a scary question. So I thought if I what's the scariest thing CIG could
I
engineer?
thought you were just afraid of engineering. Like a little
Well,
techno psychosis or something.
well, have you seen the reviews?
I've seen some whining, but I have my own thoughts on. I have my own thoughts on that.
All right, well, hold your thoughts right there, Duke, because before
I'm
we talk
holding them.
about this week's question, we're going to bring open our guest that we teased for you, representative from the UEE, the press secretary for Imperator Addison is with us today. Press secretary for Imperator Addison, welcome to Open Comms Radio.
Hello. I take it they gave you my name.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know how to pronounce it. It is Schmuckle Muckles?
Ooh,
Schmidt,
and it's
but
Schmidt.
Schmidt.
Schmidt is
Press
yeah.
Secretary Schmidt.
Thank
you
you.
for joining us. Yep.
Thank you.
And
for
is it
having me.
your eminence or your excellence? Your excellence, Schmidt. How
Secretary?
should we? Secretary Schmidt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sec Schmidt for short.
Well, Secretary Schmidt, there's been some a lot of controversy recently regarding the frontier fighters, whom, as you know, have been trying to respawn themselves, bring themselves back, reanimate themselves in the Stanton system. Many are calling them, including you and your administration, are calling them terrorists. However, many on the fringes of space see the frontier fighters as a charitable organization. How does your administration respond?
Well, first of all, I don't understand where you're getting your information, and the fact that you're calling the advocacy our greatest intelligence service liars is frankly offensive. So I'm gonna skip over to you. Next question.
Isn't lying sort of part of the job though when you're an intelligence service?
Excuse me. Now you're just outright accusing them of lying. Is that what you're saying? You from your publication of all places?
Oh, we never lie here on Open Comms Radio,
Okay.
except when we do.
No. Your entire newspaper, your little newsletter that you email to everybody is just nothing but slander about Addison the entire time. So I don't really expect any serious questions from you in the first place. Next question.
Secretary
I had
Schmidt.
that whole article praising Addison's style and the way that his pants fit. So her pants. So I really don't think that that's slander.
Secretary Schmidt, given that Imperator Addison cannot fit into her own pants, and her history of claiming progressive policies with regard to migration into the Stanton system, why have the frontier fighters been targeted?
I just want to interject here about this accusation about the pants. I've heard you in the media keep making this accusation that she can't fit into her pants, that she had to go to Mervin's. She went over to several other places that don't exist anymore in order to try to find these pants. And it's just nonstop. Find a new story. No
Hey
one
man,
wants
I
to
think
hear
she
it
looks
anymore.
great. Leilani can lay it on me anytime she wants.
Can someone escort him out?
All right. Well, Secretary Schmidt, Imperator Addison's administration has recently okayed funding for more, I suppose you would call them contractors, to attack these frontier fighters. What is the administration's stance on using private militaries rather than the UEE's very own professional military?
I think that we have a lot of patriotic citizens willing to stand up, willing to put their own lives on the line, not for an oath, but for the duty for their country. And they are, appropriately rewarded for their contributions. And I think that the slant you put on this, like somehow hiring people who are willing to stand up, and give our boys in green in the Navy a rest. I think you really need to think about where you're coming from with that question there. Next question.
Secretary, Do you feel threatened by open comms? I mean, I thought that we were representative as a voice of the people, and
Fair.
you are a representative of the people. I mean, I don't think
Balanced.
we're not here to tear down the UEE. We're just trying to better understand it and bring that sort of fair, balanced,
And you
informative.
call it open comms, and I'm sorry, I just had to stop you right there. You call it open comms, but is it really that open? You're not willing to take on, the other side of the argument.
Secretary Addison. Oh, we're having some communications, some technical difficulties there. We will be back with Press Secretary Schmidt later in the show. Unfortunately, for now, I believe we have to continue with our regularly scheduled programming.
Right. We gotta open up these comms.
We're gonna open up these comms. That is, what's the scariest thing CIG could do in Star Citizen? Or could engineer. Sorry.
Sorry, something in my throat.
All right, we're gonna bring up our next guest here, Cosmic Hobo. Cosmic Hobo, thank you for joining us.
I didn't like when Addison wore that tan
The tan suit.
suit. Her. It
All
was
right,
an embarrassment to the Empire.
No, Cosmic
Boy,
Hobo.
howdy.
Cosmic
Hobo.
Hobo. What's the scariest thing CIG could engineer in Star Citizen?
Tan suits for
Vanduul?
everyone.
Like Vanduul, but scarier. Like imagine if you will.
Alpha Vanduul.
You're exploring a broken down ship like the old investigation missions used to have, and you hear a bump. And you're just by yourself. You hear a bump on the ship. You hear a scratching sound. You're just kind of floating around. And then the jump scare hits you with the Vanduul and he's going to slice you. Hey, come on. Hey, come on, that'd be great. For the first time. And then you just know to shoot them because they're going to be around the corner to the left or whatever.
Aren't the Vanduul very bladey? Don't they walk
Yeah.
around with knives and
They're pretty stabby. Yeah, definitely.
They're stabby.
Yeah,
They'll stab
stabby,
you.
that was
He's
the
going to
word.
stab you. You want to be sneaking around, like looking for something, you hear scratching sounds, like, oh, that could be a Vanduul. He might stab me.
I think it was Freud that said that was probably indicative of some sexual frustration.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to ask Chris Roberts?
So I think the real answer here is sexy Vanduul. That's the scariest thing.
We haven't seen female, or have we?
We don't know. Maybe they all look alike.
And males can be sexy too. I'm not
There's
saying
right. That was a little sexist. I think I'd let it slide. But go ahead.
I think there's a lore reason for this. Is that spoilers for I don't know the regen crisis and a bit of the background about the Vanduul, but they're all genetically modified. So I think they're at that point of an alien race where the concept of sex and gender are no longer applicable in any meaningful way because their sex is kill and their gender is murder.
Ooh. I got chills. That was good.
Thank you.
So do you think they reproduce parthenogenically or just in test tubes?
I think they're all test tubes by this point.
Test tube babies.
They're all trying to genetically modify the best warrior, and as everyone knows, genetics is a bit of a dice roll. So they keep trying.
And this is why they're so stabby.
Yeah, they're so mad. Like, damn.
They're so mad.
Yeah,
they have no mamas.
There's no females in their species.
Well, the only movie they have is Edward Scissorhands.
Damn. If that's the only movie they've got, that's why did we send that out in the satellites anyway?
I'm seeing the Vanduul crying. He just wants a hug.
That's how the Vanduul were created. Did we send it out on Voyager 1 or whatever? No,
yeah,
it was too early.
I don't think we sent out Edward Scissorhands, did we?
It could have been an early draft.
Wait, didn't we? We sent out some movie. That'd be a kind of a crazy one to send into space for aliens, and that would kind of explain the Vanduul, to be honest.
I think any movie we sent into space would probably get us murdered by aliens.
Yeah.
Probably, unless it was Bollywood,
Fair.
like one of those Bollywood action movies, and then they'd be like, "We're not going to fuck with these people."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They would never come to Earth. They'd be too scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Duke, I didn't ask you before we bring in our next guest. What's the scariest thing CIG could engineer?
Like, legitimately scariest thing they could engineer in game. I would say sentient elevators.
Ooh,
You
that's
know,
just
All right.
dangerous.
What would that look like? Describe that to me.
it would, you'd press a button, you'd call an elevator,
Mhm.
and it would show up. Everything's fine. You do the peek before you jump in because you're seasoned. So you
Right.
make sure it's not just a black hole first.
Okay.
It's not your first radio. You get in. Your buddy follows you in slowly so he doesn't bump you through the wall. And then you press the button for Jar Jar's extra large hangar,
Obviously.
and it starts going, and it's going, and it keeps going,
And it
and
slowly
then
gets smaller and
exact that's
smaller.
exactly what I was about to say. It's just it keeps moving, but then like the walls start closing in, and then you notice that the little seal between the doors starts to turn into teeth, and then next thing you know, gobbled up.
Damn, Jar Jar, you're broke.
Bro, yeah. I
Jesus,
spent
give him a second.
I spent all my money on oh, you're talking in game. Yes.
Yes.
I spent all my money on a Saber Raven.
Wow.
In real life, someone took it from me, as always.
Bastards.
All right. Well, we're gonna continue on with Open Comms Radio. Lord News, Cosmic Cobra. Anything you want to say before we bring up our next guest?
No, bring him up.
We're gonna bring him up. I don't know if he's there. We're gonna bring up our next guest, Lord Anubis. Lord Anubis, welcome to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. You're on with Jar Jar Jabroni, Duke Leto II, and Cosmic Hobo. And we were wondering from you, what's the scariest thing CIG could engineer in Star Citizen?
Well, it's very simple. What you do is all of your NPCs are powered by ChatGPT. And they
Okay.
can look into your account and they're going to use your legal name to call you out.
Sure.
And they're going to look through your chat histories, all the things you're looking up, your search history, whatever. And they're going to use that to taunt you because they know your
Okay.
secrets now. And
what if we don't
them
have
up
any
by
secrets?
pledging.
Everybody's got secrets.
Everyone has secrets,
Mm.
especially you.
I'm clean as a whistle. What a strange
not
expression. Clean as a whistle. Whistles are covered in spit.
They are. They're not very clean.
Yeah, it just didn't age well. This is a little digression, but I saw a clip today from Kindergarten Cop.
Such a good movie.
Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I don't know, 1986, 1980, something like that, 1991. And he plays a cop who's pretending to be a kindergarten teacher for reasons. And all the ladies in the neighborhood are like single. All the moms are like single. Happenstance.
Of course.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger, and this is like prime Schwarzenegger. And he's teaching kindergarten, and a mom comes in to talk about her kid. And she says,
I have a small problem.
Yes.
You see, Sylvester's father doesn't live with us anymore. And I've just been worried about Sylvester. He's been acting a little strange lately. Doing odd things.
Like what?
Well, it seems that he's becoming a little obsessed with playing with dolls. It's weird.
I think I can help you with that.
Really?
He uses the dolls to look up girls' skirts. I caught him doing it yesterday.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
Wait, really? I do not remember this scene.
yeah, dude. And it's just like I don't know.
Wow, I don't remember that.
Priorities, dude.
I thought I remembered that movie so well. I don't remember that.
That makes
I quote that movie all the time.
No,
Honestly,
you don't.
I
No,
do.
you don't.
I
What
do.
you?
Are these
what-
all your lunches? The kid shakes it. No, why? It's not.
All right, movie night.
You hit the kid, I hit you. Oh, I can
Movie
keep
night.
going. I keep going.
Yeah, 100%.
But now I have to
movie night.
rewatch it because I don't remember the anti-homosexuality, if you will.
I mean, you know, who knows? It's probably not like it's probably just there. You know,
Jar Jar
It's
was
just-
probably watching some bootleg cut and he didn't even realize it.
It was it was Serbian Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I
Anyway.
also, as
The
a
Turning
public
Point
service
USA
announcement,
version.
as a public service announcement, I also do want to remind everybody who may be a fan of that movie and knows the quotes from it that sometimes it is a tumor, and make sure early detection is the
Make sure to
key.
get that checked
So
out.
go get that shit checked out.
It's not a tumor.
No, they do.
You're
So
having problem
Scariest
hearing, having problem seeing, feeling numb, get that shit checked out. Like fucking serious. Like
Yeah,
for
So-
real.
True.
Like
to bring
That's
it
true, for real.
this back to Star Citizen before we bring on our next guest. My last question is if this were a Halloween episode and they did have Arnold Schwarzenegger for the game, you know, they have like 4 days, they have a week of Arnold Schwarzenegger that they could put into Star Citizen. What role would Arnold Schwarzenegger play? Let's start with Cosmic Hobo.
He'd play a villain. I'm sure they'd put him in some over-the-top villain role. It would be some sort of like they need to break the fourth wall every now and then. I say this about every IP. Every now and then needs to have a fourth wall breaking satire show. Like for Star Trek, they had Lower Decks, which took way too long for something like that to come around. Stargate had their 2 or 3 episodes, like the 200th episode. Like every IP needs something to poke fun at themselves at some point or another. And I think Arnold would be a wonderful addition for something like that.
Okay. Lord Anubis, if they put Arnold Schwarzenegger in Star Citizen, what role would he play?
Rowena Dooley?
Okay.
Listen, everybody. We have to fight the XenoThreat. They are coming in. Michael 1, watch out. Watch out. Seriously.
Honestly, I wouldn't hate that. And Duke, what role would Arnold Schwarzenegger play? I can't even say Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
I heard you didn't know how to pronounce Schmidt either, so.
Oh, glad to see you were listening. Thank you for listening to Open Comms Radio.
Yeah, you really hung up on that guy. Wow, that was weird.
Yeah, I don't like, you know, politics.
But the tan suit,
Mm.
that was the tan pantsuit. That was just a line too far, obviously.
Yeah, that was too far. That was I can't abide that stuff. Duke, Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's he role play?
Barista in on New Babbage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a random, like in one of those shops where you get the little avocado sandwiches.
Yeah. Avocado.
He's just doing all sorts of voice lines and like desperately trying to interact with the players who are just going in and out. Hey, come back. Throw that bottle in the trash. You know, things like that.
And with the way the audio propagation works, it's going to sound like he's right next to you every time. Like you hear him right in your ears, like, get back here.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing?
All right, y'all. We got a guest. We're gonna roll on up here. Duke, you want to introduce this guy and ask him a fair question?
All right, I'll ask. Yep. So, all right, Wicket. Welcome to Open Comms Radio.
Citizens, longtime listener, occasional caller.
Wicket,
Yeah,
good to have you.
I knew he's got his own intro, so I didn't want to steal his fire.
No, you did it. You're doing great, Duke. You're doing great.
Wicket, our question for today is
Before you get to that,
actually we've got a lot of questions.
Before you get
No, okay, all right, go ahead.
Let me say something.
We're about to go off the rails.
No, this is all we're in the rails. We're on the rails. We're in the chute with this.
We don't want to be in the rail. All right.
And in the rail.
We're in the chute. We're on the rails.
I don't know what that means.
We're on target. All right, that
that.
Schmidt guy that called earlier. All right.
Well, let's.
I noted,
we're being monitored right now. So.
I monitored. I noticed something about him. That guy is some Starline crossing, sci-fi gender hopping, illegal Andorian alien or something. I don't know if you can be trusted.
Wow, that's the press secretary for Imperator Addison, who
what press secretary could you trust?
They get jobs like that, you know.
Yeah, they're influencers. They're trying to be influencers. It's unbelievable. I don't even see how
we're gonna have. I think we're gonna have to space the couch tonight.
Oh my god!
Everybody's.
Yeah, you can extend it if you want, if you need to, if you feel like you need some space.
No, I mean space it. Like open the airlocks.
Just make them
stand.
When
we start
air it out.
The truth. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah. No, we gotta go for. Everyone's going for a float. Where's the button? Where's that easy button?
Jar Jar.
Yeah.
It looks like someone's trying to get through.
Oh yeah, it's that. Oh gosh. Okay, Duke. We have this is the secretary again. Wicket, do me a favor. Don't heckle. Okay. This is a very important guest. We had a connection issue earlier.
We've got some sponsorships on the line here. Okay.
We didn't want to do this with all of you on the call, but since you're here, just please behave yourself and just, I mean, let Duke and I handle it. Okay. Okay, Wicket. Unbelievable. Oh, calling in, we have back on the line spokesperson and Secretary of Communications and Public Relations for Imperator Addison, Schmidt, Schmidt, Secretary Schmidt.
Oh,
welcome back.
I feel a chill, an Andorian chill. Oh no.
It does say Justin right before Schmidt, so you know, it's right there.
Secretary Justin Schmidt. That's what I said.
We didn't want to
Justin
assume.
Cold Shoulder Schmidt.
You know, I was promised a fair and unbiased forum today, and I've heard nothing but accusations. Now you've even got your callers, you know, basically showcasing just the worst qualities of you know what's clearly your side of all of this that you just unfairly, you know, give time
we
to.
can do worse. This isn't the worst.
You can feel the icy bias dripping in his brain, in veins.
You know, the fact that I am Andorian should show you exactly.
He's admitting it. He's admitting an illegal alien.
This is the Deep Empire in action, folks.
No, I did it the right way.
Hold on, Mr. Schmidt. I want to, Secretary Schmidt, I want to apologize for the riffraff, the rabble rousers in the room.
Unbelievable.
Right now. This is Open Comms Radio. We are a platform for free speech. With Star
I'm overcome
Citizen.
from an icy Andorian chill right now.
And sometimes we
is
have
that
to
another
tolerate...
dig at the fact that I'm an alien?
UAE is for citizens.
Are your antennae tweaked?
You know, I knew this was a XenoThreat Bastion. I knew it. No. You can't really hide this anymore, Jar Jar.
There's a XenoThreat on the couch for sure.
I had no idea.
No. Wicket.
This is absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous.
I want to know. I want to talk to you, Secretary Addison, about the issues about
the Blues can't be trusted.
The Frontier Fighters have been in the Stanton system.
Pigskin power.
They've been in the Pyro system. And according to the Frontier Fighters, they are just looking for peace and to live freely outside corporate control.
Yeah, he's located somewhere just outside Washington, D.C. Yeah, so look, you know, you want to sell this narrative about the freedom fighters, but we all know, and the advocacy has clearly shown exactly what their operations are up to. And, you know, frankly, the fact that you're being a mouthpiece for this organization is just appalling and, you know, anti-empire. So, you know, I mean, I've been on here for the longest time, and it's just been nothing but attacks. You know, this is clearly how you operate. And, you know, I don't know if your broadcast license should still stay up, because clearly this isn't a news organization. You should reclassify yourself. I'm gonna have someone look into that.
Oh, what's that? Oh, I'm sorry, Secretary Schmidt. Oh, we've lost you, Secretary Schmidt. I'm so sorry.
That guy sounds familiar.
Another connection error.
That guy sounds familiar.
Secretary Schmidt.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I was gonna. Never mind.
Something about his voice.
Yeah.
Something about aliens and
He's
you know,
alien
all sounding the
invader.
same.
Listen,
Yeah.
Open Comms Radio is open to all, no matter how many antennae, legs, arms, or eyes.
Real talk,
Listen,
though. Real
us
talk.
pink skins and brown skins need to stick together.
Look, real
No
talk,
more
though.
blue skins.
So how are you guys surprised with these Frontier fighters?
I'm surprised they're not winning.
That they got railroaded into being the bad guys.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
because
I get XenoThreat's why the bad guys. Like that makes a lot of sense. But the whole Frontier fighters, we work for them, and then it's like, oh no, they're the bad guys.
They were always obviously the bad guys. It was super
But they're not
obvious.
now. Now they're the good guys again.
Nah.
Yeah, apparently they're the good guys.
Have you read the tablets?
Has
anybody here read the tablets?
Fake news.
The 10 Commandments, or wait, which?
No.
Which not the clay ones.
Are those the only tablets you've ever read?
When you do the missions for CFP or headhunters, you have to go and pick up tablets, and if they're there and if they spawn, you can read them, and there's like emails on them, and some of them are from what's her name, the Asian.
The only one I ever found was a grocery list.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, dude! I got some tablets, and there's some emails, and they're like, "Why?" Like it's kind of like
Amelia Boyd.
The biggest item on the grocery list I found was Cruise Lux.
Wicket, you've become basically like a tabloid
in human form, in vaguely human form.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you come in here, you slander our guest.
I don't know if first of all,
he did that himself.
To say somebody was slandering, I said allegedly. First of all, secondly, I've not been proven wrong.
Yeah,
about the Cruise Lux tablet.
About that damn Andorian.
Look, Wicked, I mean, I heard your conversation with that guy, and yeah, he was being a little ridiculous, but I don't think it's fair to just malign him because he's an alien.
Well, he took blue blood to the nth, and
that's his biology. I mean, it's like literally just blue because it processes oxygen in a different way.
Yeah, that's right. We can't support the Xeno attacks that we're currently hearing on the couch.
The thing
tonight.
is Frontier fighters are not even aliens. They're just like people.
Yeah, they are.
Right, and they're bad guys. This is what we're getting. So explain to me how they're not bad.
Wait a minute.
The last thing I heard was that their whole shtick was,
well, a couple of months ago,
we're going to go into Pyro and we're going to kill everyone.
A couple of months ago, I got hired by a couple of these freedom fighters. I did a couple of jobs for them, and they gave me some sick-looking paints for one of my spaceships. It was awesome. They were good guys. They paid on time. The check didn't bounce. It was great.
But what were the missions? What were you doing? Were you killing people? Or were you hauling cargo?
Well, were you delivering food and medicine, or
need to know basis? I can't confirm or deny.
So he was murdering people. So again, tell me about these tablets. What is this about them being good now?
I forget her name. The leader of the freedom fighters,
Amelia Boyd.
Amelia Boyd. Right. When you pick up the tablet, there's emails from Amelia, and it's all just about like. She says like we want to live in peace, like why? And then when you finish the missions, if you do a CFP mission, I did the phase 2 one where you destroy the health canisters. There's like these metagel tanks, whatever. You basically go into a bunker, you shoot the metagel tanks, and then you get like it's kind of weird because you get the congratulations message from CFP, but then you get like a message from Amelia Boyd, which was like a little shocking. She's like, how could you do that? We're just trying to live free, blah, 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 blah.
Those were good people you killed.
Those were good people you killed.
Confirmed. Yeah. He's had contact with her. He's had contact with her. Move in. Move in.
The fuck? Oh, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah. So wait, so your only proof that they're the good guys is her being like, we're the good guys.
Also, but like, who am I fighting for? I'm fighting for headhunters, which don't they eat people?
No.
Mm,
I mean,
mean,
I always got the impression that the freedom fighters were violent fanatics. I mean, their whole thing was they were going to go and clear out Pyro. They were going to kill everybody. So what's
I mean,
you know?
I'm just saying, where's the beef? There's no beef. There's no cows. Where do you think they're getting the meat from for those hot dogs? Everybody is eating everybody.
Care about headhunters?
They're giant rats, just like today, man.
That's disgusting. Okay, so you either have, at the very least, rat munchers, which is
lab-grown beef, man. Come on, it's $29.59.
Lab-grown beef. Okay, and then
Mickey 87.
CFP is just a greenwashed Hurston, right? So
Yeah.
it's they're doing like charity,
Stooges.
which that's the real life dilemma, you know.
It's all that 67 beef, 67.
I'm not buying it. I'll be proven wrong eventually, but so far I'm not buying the
you're still Team
fighters
CFP?
are the good guys. Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know, man.
When I got in here earlier, somebody said there was a question. I never got.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Question.
Duke, you Duke off.
Don't duke me. Don't duke me. Okay.
That was your thing.
Wicked insisted on talking his
that's fair.
anti-blue nonsense.
I said my piece.
And then we got dragged in when Secretary
you fell down a
Buttkisser came back
wormhole,
in.
black hole,
all right.
something.
Let's
That's not my fault.
move down the couch. All right. So
Duke,
Wicked,
how
the
dare you
question
not get to
is.
his question? How dare you not get to his question? Hey, by the way,
unbelievable. What kind of host is this?
Question
guy?
is,
what are your
Wicked,
qualifications?
what is the scariest thing that CIG could engineer? And then there's a secondary question about Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know this is not in no way going to be controversial one way or another, but I think the scariest thing that CIG could do is release Star Citizen. That'd be the scariest thing.
Interesting.
The reason being it's so scary is because then no more excuses. Now we're gonna have to live with whatever they gave us, and hopefully they're really quick at iteration, unlike development. Which, if the development length is any indication of how long things will take to fix, that's maybe even more scary. But I think that would be my scary thing: release.
Okay. Follow-up question.
Yeah, go for it.
What would you do if Star Citizen is released and it's not what you wanted?
Probably not much, because that's kind of what I'm doing now. Still play the thing, still hope for the best.
So right now the game is not what you want. Would you say it already moving in a direction that you don't want? Like you were like, this project.
Well,
what keeps
it's
you
hard
in it?
it's hard to say, because anytime you have any kind of critical response to any changes or development direction, the canned response from a lot of people is, well, it's in development. It's under development. It's still in the process. It's not final yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's an alpha, exactly. You get all the actually, all that kind of nonsense. You get all that, so it's hard to say. It's a lot of times it's hard to have a conversation about things like this, because I want to be critical, but I also want to be fair, and I want to be not only critical and fair, but I like to offer constructive criticism. And my constructive criticism may fall on deaf ears. It may be thought of as not constructive, but everyone has everyone who's backed the game, and everyone who plays the game, which, in order to back the game, unless it's free week,
play the game.
Everyone who plays the game has backed the game unless it's free week. So everyone who's backed should have the should be afforded the opportunity to put in their 2 cents, because, you know, the bill of sale was, oh, we're developing this with you guys. It's open development. You're seeing all the warts. You're seeing everything happen. And then, you know, it seems like a lot of times criticism, whether it's constructive or not constructive, is constantly shot down. And you want to see, I want to see a challenging, harsh reality of the universe. You know, it's a lot of times it seems like the Care Bears in the world have a very loud voice in the that is heard throughout the community. Anytime something is harsh or demanding or could possibly be seen as counter player or something like that,
Yeah.
it's immediately squashed, and oh, we don't want that. That's not fun, you know. Well, like I've said it a lot of times, we need to have a play space that kind of suits different play styles, and kind of, if you're going to be the soft cuddly Care Bear guy that, you know, oh, I'm a space dad, I just got home, I just want to go out and mine in peace. Well, you know, there's going to be areas for you, but for the people that want to the put in that engage with high risk, high reward activities, they're going to have their play spaces too, and sometimes there may be some convergence of both of those spaces, and people will have to learn to deal with that. But, you know, if you're, a lot of times people say, oh, I want all these systems and components in a space game that's realistic. Well, in a realistic space environment, there's going to be people trying to shoot you in the face any chance they get.
You know, Wicket, we got a comment. Our first comment on Spotify, kind of related to what you're talking about right now.
Oh, really?
Because and you and all of us, we were talking last episode about crime stats and punishments, yeah, if you recall. And so our first ever comment on Spotify, if you're listening on Spotify, you can totally comment. Learn that today.
Didn't know that either.
Elko Fetter commented, so what you want is that when you catch a crime stat because of another stupid accident or a bug, you will be definitely stuck in jail for hours without the chance to escape or loot your way out of there. No thanks. So this is kind of talking about punishment and kind of what you're talking about here about, you know, hardcore gaming versus like relaxed, chilling out gaming.
That's true, but then, you know, you have to weigh the balance, because, you know, that's always the argument again. Oh, we're in development where there's bugs. Of course there's bugs. And guess what? Sometimes the bugs are going to put you in jail because that needs to be fixed. I think that the days of just ignoring everything and saying, "Oh, we're an alpha, we're being developed," I think those bugs that cause something like a crime stat that puts you in jail for hours and hours on end, I think that needs to be fixed. You know, what happened? We're in the year of stability, quote unquote, double bunny ears. I think that should have been a high priority if you're going to do stuff like that. And you know, it's always, oh, well, you're putting the cart before the horse, or you're putting the cart 5 miles behind the horse. The horse and the cart will never meet again. I don't know what the saying is, but you get what I'm saying.
So wait, is there a bug right now where you end up in jail for no reason?
Yeah. You're late for work because your cart left before the horse did, and somehow there's a time-space warp.
Right. You burned the bridge along the way,
and
you know.
You shot the bullet, and somebody stepped in front of the bullet, but you never even meant to shoot him, and now you're in jail.
I mean, to the commenters, you know, point, you know, yeah, you can mess up, and to quote Captain Picard, it is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not failure, that is life. And that's exactly what this is. You know, this game, you bump into something just like in real life. If you're negligent, if you flew the wrong way, if you hit the gas the wrong way, sometimes you get thrown in jail for a couple hours. It's just how it is. So it's immersion.
Or sometimes you do nothing wrong at all, like he says.
I'll give you a perfect example. Yesterday, I'm playing the game. We're all doing the stupid missions to catch our rep so we can get through stage 2. Was it that we did yesterday, Hobo?
Yep.
And we're all split apart, sharing the missions so everybody can get through this nonsense and get their skins or their shirt or their t-shirt, their pants or whatever.
I got a comment about that. Go ahead.
In any event, we're doing all that stuff, right? And I got on a mission and I got killed in that mission 3 times in a row because my ship just stopped. It just stopped moving, stopped working. Some weird bug. Okay. It sucked. I had to go. It literally took me 3 trips back to Everest, 3 trips out of the respawn area, respawn my ship, go back out there, and this shit happened 3 times in a row. Or was it twice in a row, and the third time I finally killed him? First of all, I was so grateful that the mission just didn't despawn. And then, even on top of all that, what took so long was after you left the mission area, it didn't give you a quantum marker to quantum back to the asteroid field where you're supposed to wait for the, ambush the dude. So I had to fucking slow boat 300 miles to get to the thing. I mean, but I did it. I just wanted to finish it. I felt like it was a challenge. It's the same way with that guy getting locked up for accidentally shooting somebody in the face, I think I don't know. I think a lot of times nowadays.
Allegedly.
I think a lot of games nowadays. You go to play the game, you look up the guides on the internet. There's somebody has made a wiki for everything.
A wiki.
The wiki. Oh. Somebody has come up with a guide how to do this or that. There's 6 or 7 different content creators showing you how to do everything in the game. It seems almost counterintuitive. It's not like we're not playing the games anymore. We're playing, follow the dotted line, paint by numbers almost.
Right. It's the Skyrim compass marker.
Yeah, it's how many different ways is there to finish this procedure? It's just like this mission we're doing. It's almost dumb, but then nobody, it's also so easy that it's like stupid not to do it. So you can get your T-shirt that you said, "Oh, I was there and I got my T-shirt." But I think a lot of that is. I don't know what the answer is, because if there's a guide to look up, everybody's going to look up the guide because you want to be the most efficient you can be.
I never looked up the guide.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm being serious. I'm not being that guy.
Do you think that's because you have everyone else showing you the ropes?
No, not even that. No, and to my point, what I was going to say before, and this isn't just about you, Wicket, just people in general. I always get annoyed with people who turn a game into a job, and they're like grinding for things, and they're complaining about the grind and this and that, and I was like, well, what are you doing? Right. I'll go and do some missions and I'll grind them if I'm enjoying the process, even if it's got something really cool. I mean, I did the what would the resource drive? I did the resource drive, right? Because I did really want the skins for the ships, the new camo.
That was my favorite mission of the new ones, by the way.
I enjoyed it. Like, some people were like complaining about it constantly. Like, I've spent hours doing this. I don't even like, cargo, and there's all these bugs. And I'm like, I don't know. I just showed up. I would do like, 1 or 2 a night, this and that. And
I 100%
enjoyed
agree
it.
with you.
But I just saying, it fascinates me. And this isn't like it's not just a Star Citizen thing. People do this with all games nowadays. I feel like that's, especially with MMOs, there's this drive to grind, right? And I think a lot of what's been delivered this year from CIG is sort of just feeding into that. It's these quote unquote content drops. And I'll ask Orgmate sometimes, I'm like, oh, like you're going and doing that mission again. Like, what's the point? Like, why do you do it again? Does something else open up? And they're like, no, you just, you keep grinding it so that you get, I
got
can
to fill the bar. You got to fill the bucket.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, why? And I'm a person, I mean, I'll grind. I've spent thousands of hours in Ark, fucking chopping at trees, just to build a cool base with my friends, or, to go and tame an animal or something. And that's what I look forward to doing in Star Citizen as well. Like, I'll be out there mining, I don't know, iron deposits so that we have the ore to build a base. I'll do that. But I don't get the masochism of putting yourself through something you don't enjoy for hours on end just to get the t-shirt, like you said.
Well,
if you're not enjoying the grind, don't do the grind. That's my saying.
Well, this recent one wasn't bad. It was just mind numbing. Like, doing these
That's bad.
missions.
Mind numbing is bad.
But it was so easy and it took so little time that it was almost like a no-brainer not to do it, especially the way we did it. But about grinding,
Thanks for the invite, by the way.
I've never shied away from grinding. I've been grinding in MMOs, 25 plus years. What was the mission, Anubis? I think you and I, we shared some of this, the resources when we were doing the ice and the tin. What was that one? And you had to turn it in for the big payouts.
I think that was one of the early resource drives.
One of the early resource drives where you had to get those different. They had that one mission where you could make like 26 million at a pop, and
yeah.
At first, you could just buy it like in and you could buy a lot of it in one area and move it to another, and then all of a sudden those resources dried up, and then it became a way of you can sit there and try to get snag a couple of pieces here or there, but there's like 50 people queued up in a line in front of the resource terminals. So the way to get it was go mining, go mine the tin, go mine. What was the other one? Corundum, I think it was.
Yep.
Corundum, pressurized ice.
Pressurized ice, and like, I don't know about you, but I figured out where to find that stuff and how to easily track it down. It took time. You had to actually go out in your ship, find the resources and mine the resources. Then you had to get those resources back to the station. You had to refine the resources. Then once you had enough of it, then you had to move it to where you needed to be and turn in the mission. But guess what? I'm still reaping the rewards from that, because when that was all said and done, I had over $220 million in my Star Citizen kitty,
Yeah.
And
there's nothing to play for anymore. Sometimes it's just about to go on a ride and that's it, and get the pretty souvenir.
I disagree so much with the ride thing. It's just when you're spending time with org mates, you're not.
Aww.
I don't feel like I'm just on a ride. I'm spending time with people I want to spend time with.
Well, but
and we're doing something we're enjoying.
Well, you're all going on the ride. It's awesome.
The most satisfying parts of doing the stuff with org mates and with guild mates is especially when there's somebody new along or someone that's not as experienced, and you're able to show them the ropes, like somebody that's new to the game, and like, they want to experience mining. Well, how do you do mining? And it's like, well, there's several different types. Let's try doing the ship mining. I have a ship for it, and I'll show you how to do it. And there's a risk to it, and there's a reward if you do it properly. And that's awesome. I love doing that. And there's no big giant reward from that, except for the fact that you helped some dude learn something in a game that otherwise he may have struggled to do.
Getting the warm
and we would have told him to get good and kicked him in the face.
That sounds like Andorian.
I heard how you were talking to Schmidt. And
is that really an Andorian name?
Schmidt?
Yeah, why? I mean, like, there's like Andorian cities on like entire like Andorian populations over in Antarctica.
Schmidt of
they all
the
live
tablets.
There.
It's free real estate.
But it's not an Andorian
it
name. It's a human name.
Fun.
No, it's a human name that the Andorians adopted.
Yeah, they love their pink skins.
I want to make an
taking
announcement.
Our names now.
All right, I want to make an announcement before we bring up our next guest, and I want to apologize to the listeners. We often will go between Star Trek and Star Citizen, like in this episode, quite often. If you don't know, the Andorians are a Star Trek alien species that Lord Anubis is
a member of.
Obsessed with.
Yeah, Yeah.
I kind of make my living doing this shit, so it does sound geeky,
Yeah.
but I actually make money doing it, so it's like, you know.
Well, if you're throwing a party and you need an Andorian, write it down in the comments. We'll reach out to you. We'll send Lord Anubis your way. Lord Anubis, you'll travel
Half off if it's stripping.
Yep.
There you go. He'll travel
Andorian
far.
firefighters coming your way.
A lot of blue paint.
Yeah.
Not a lot of fires on Andoria.
All right, I'm going to bring up this next guest right for the end of the show here. We're going to bring up Broccoli Rob. You know him. Broccoli Rob, welcome to Open Comms Radio, your Star Citizen call-in show. This week's question is, what's the scariest thing CIG could engineer in Star Citizen?
How's it going, y'all? Happy to call into Open Comms, my favorite Star Trek podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Live long and prosper.
The scariest thing they can engineer? I don't know. I guess engineer a way to make multicrew not worth it, which is what I'm a little bit worried about.
That would be pretty scary.
I think now is the moment we talk about this. We talk about this.
Let's bring
One
it
way
up.
to
Have
shoehorn
you
it in.
played
Do
it,
it.
Broccoli?
No,
You're not
I'm
in
not part of.
Evocati?
I am not.
What?
I know.
thought for certain. I
I'm
know.
surprised you are.
Well,
It's crazy.
Somebody's in Evo. They're not
It's an
allowed
outrage.
to talk about it, aren't they? Are they?
Allowed to
They
talk
can
about it, not
talk
allowed to
about
stream.
it. Yeah.
Oh, you're allowed
No.
to talk, but not show it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what have we seen regarding this, Broccoli Rob?
So it's early in, so a lot of the tuning isn't there, but it seems like it's still a lot of the same problems. Like engineering doesn't really make it more beneficial to have a larger ship yet. And I think that's partly because armor isn't in.
They also just need to increase bullet speeds for all turrets.
Yeah.
That would do it.
I think a lot of it has to. I think the only real benefit will benefit in the sense that it's a good thing for having multi-crew is the doing away of full death and everything being soft death now, or mostly everything being soft death.
Yeah.
You can still full death your ship if you die the right way, I guess, but
does that apply to vehicles? Like if I take a PTV out or whatever, an STV out?
I don't know, probably.
That's very
If
interesting.
engineering is supposed to be for everything with components, then yeah, it'll include vehicles. They'll work probably a lot like single seaters, though.
So the Scorpion will get soft death before you die inside of it.
Yeah, generally that's the idea now, is that components, the thing that will break is components. When your components break, when enough of them break, and I don't know the exact calculus of how this works, is when enough of them break, your ship, quote, dies. It's soft death. Like soft death would be the norm now instead of kabooming all the time.
Right.
You will still kaboom if your power plant goes critical, but I think that's one of those things that needs tweaking and some more features before that becomes before we know what that means, I guess, is the way to put it. Like, we understand how soft death works. We don't right now understand exactly how full death works, because full death in the game as it stands is your HP hits a certain amount and you go either big boom, which is like seemingly 75% of the time, or the other 25% of the time you just soft death, which I don't like that dichotomy. I need to know what makes me die, I guess.
Yeah.
Just don't take that out of context, but
if I starve myself, I die. If I don't drink enough water, or do I just pass out?
You die. You get incapped and your timer goes down like that. That snaps out and probably didn't make it through.
Right. I mean, that seems logical and fair.
Then a lot of times you'll get shot and you'll have like a tier 3 or a tier 2 or something, and then you get incapped and your revive timer is an hour and 20, 30 minutes. What's the calculus behind that? I've never understood what causes that to happen as opposed to just full deathing and waiting for the spawn cycle to happen.
There's like
they
a
want to give you
buffer
a
of damage. Yeah, like
I mean, I think it's like in real life. So you get injured badly enough, people tend to pass out.
Yeah.
So you're
they know everything.
You're bleeding out.
Right. So
And they know everything in the game
I put
takes
some
an
thought
hour.
into this. Well, hold on. So, because that guy had the comment of like, I don't want to be just like stuck in jail for hours. So this is my idea. Let me know what you think.
Poor guy leaves one comment.
So-
Now he's getting mocked constantly.
If you're, if you're,
Thanks for the
I'm not-
comment.
Open
buddy.
Comms Radio.
I'm not mocking him. I'm not mocking him.
Yeah, you were mocking him. We're all mocked him. Though. Everybody goes to like this
That's
Donald Trump voice,
we're shock radio now, buddy.
That's just
I don't want to end up in prison,
No, you
Welcome,
hear it.
listener, and F off.
Yeah.
He was wrong. He was dead wrong.
Okay, so you get knocked out, or soft death, or even in prison, right? And you have to like serve the time. All those like arcade games and stuff. Let me kill the time with the arcade games.
Oh, that'd be cool if they had that in prison. Yeah. They have arcade games in prison.
It's rehabilitation, right?
Do you get the idea of prison? How it's supposed to work?
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like there should be an alternative. Like you can play Arena Commander while you're in prison. You could play arcade games. You could do whatever economy stuff or whatever like management stuff you need to do. You could still do.
I think the prison should be way harsher.
You could sit in
be
your
stuck in
cell
there
and
for a
think about what
month.
you did.
You could be stuck in prison for a month for doing some kind of horrific crime. Now, obviously, you can't do that now because we're in alpha, double bunny ears. But once it's released, I think there should be crimes that yes, you're going to be in prison a long freaking time, and
I absolutely agree that we need a high sec prison of some kind.
And then on top of all that, you still will have the opportunity to maybe escape, but escaping will be horrendously hard. And not only that, if you're caught getting escaped, you'll add to your prison sentence.
I say they respawn you with one less leg.
They just chop a leg off.
Yep. Just every time you try to escape, one more limb.
Hammurabi's prison.
Because a lot of games that have some kind of justice system where you're incarcerated somehow, they're a joke most of the time, in my mind. Anyway, it's nothing. It's like a slap on the wrist.
Right.
I like the way Star Citizen works so far.
An actual punishment, like maybe a month is too long, but maybe several days, of actual time, where every time you log in, you're either breaking rocks to lower your time, or
right.
It's going to make you think twice about shooting that poor Care Bear space dad in the face who was just trying to break a rock after work, and Stanton.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
I feel like the way it's balanced right now is like perfect. I wouldn't want to punish people anymore. I mean, I don't, as much as I want the game to be hardcore, and it is. I mean, maybe everyone in this chat right now has been playing the game for quite a while, and you might lose sight of this, but when you do help someone brand new to the game, it's complex. I mean, it's not a total sim, obviously, but it's much closer to a sim than it is to being something like Call of Duty. And then they're adding this engineering, which is going to add a lot more complexity to that. I don't want to make the cost of entry to be higher than it already is. I feel like that's just going to lead to needlessly reducing the population of the game, the potential players, and that is just going to hurt the project.
I disagree totally.
But you can. That's the great thing.
Hear me out though. The beauty of the game so far is the complexity. Remember now, we don't have a skill-based system. We don't get XP. We learn how to fly our ships better or not and get killed a lot. We learn how to mine or not and waste a lot of time.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it should be increased from what it currently is what I'm saying. I mean, the great thing about coffee is the caffeine.
You said it yourself.
But if you
earlier.
drank a cup of pure caffeine, you're gonna die.
You said it yourself earlier. You said it yourself earlier. You don't need to go in and do it all at once. There's some grinding to do. There's some learning to do. You don't have to be there day one and be perfect at the game. It's gonna even on the even World of Warcraft, something that's so on rails. You still have to learn stuff.
And that's what I said is I think it's good the way it is with this complexity, with the balance with prison and stuff. I would not want them to make that any easier. It should be harder, especially once we have a high sec, high security zone. But I don't want to see people, some Joe Schmo schmuck who, he does shoot another player because it's a fucking video game, right? And next thing you know, he's in prison for a month. That's just going to be an instant refund.
That was one of our comments.
Maybe they put him on a chain gang first offense.
No. You know that's a ridiculous idea.
Well, maybe it is, but maybe that's over the top. But maybe what if you worked your way up to you being a murder hobo? No offense, hobo.
Okay, I'm used to it.
You're a murder hobo that constantly shoots people. The first time you shoot somebody, it's like a day or two. The next time you shoot somebody within a time frame, it just adds up. And then, once you have a cooldown, you go back to the base of just one day. But if you're constantly murder hoboing everybody, eventually you work your way up to that really long prison sentence,
That makes sense. I think that's spot on, Wicket.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like real life. I mean, if you're someone walking around with 20 freaking murders on your record.
Well, if it's like real life, then you'd be like you'd have like 6 or 7 felonies and slap on the wrist, and they put you back on the street.
Yeah, it depends how much money you have.
Felonies or something.
No, it doesn't matter.
If you can hire Secretary Schmidt to represent you.
Oh, then you go into jail.
Secretary, what's his name? Johnny Hancock. What's his name?
Justin Schmidt. He was saying.
No, Hancock. What's his name? The guy. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. Cochran.
Johnny Cochran.
Oh, Johnny Cochran. O.J. Simpson's star attorney.
Yeah. If you can get Space Johnny Cochran.
If you can get O.J. Simpson off, you can get anybody off.
It's true.
I can get him off. Get over here.
How many?
Back to engineering, though, guys. Everything that we're seeing out of this Evocati thing, I've seen a lot of, I was calling it bitching earlier, but I'll be nicer. I'll just say, some concern about the amount of problems, like, the amount of systems overheating and things blowing up and catching fire. And I kind of just want to take people, take them by their cheeks, bring them real close and just whisper, it's like, it's Evocati. Like, it's a limited time. They need to test this shit. They're not just going to set it up, let's say their baseline is, we're this piece of equipment will degrade and break, every 60 game hours or something like that. They need it to break now. They need everything to break. They need shit to catch fire so that they can get people to test running around, fixing things, putting out fires. Like this seems really obvious to me, but it does apparently is not obvious to everybody else.
We have a lot of chicken littles.
Yeah.
We get a lot of what?
Broccoli.
Oh, I was just saying that's what I was saying earlier. This is a build that is not allowed to be seen, really. It's allowed to be
We're not even supposed to be talking about it.
Right.
But you're not supposed to see it because it is not good. And I was saying this earlier, we've all gotten very used to really stable Evocatis where there's like a mission story that Evocati is testing, and then they're like, oh, perfect, wave 1, 24 hours later. We're not, we are already forgetting the days of Evocati, and they're like, yeah, what was Evocati like? It's like, oh, I couldn't really leave the landing zone.
I couldn't get out of my bed.
Yeah.
The door wouldn't open.
It's that. Like,
someone was in my room with me. They stabbed me.
We're gonna have more of those, and that's okay because
I can't
we
wait.
need to see.
I miss it.
We need to
Well,
see
I
those
want
again.
features coming back. You know, the year of stability was good. I think it was great. I mean, my rig was sort of
Bring
like,
back the instability.
yeah, but no, really, I'm like my rig was on the edge of like being able to play Star Citizen pretty well. But nowadays it's buttery smooth. It's good. I don't get many bugs. I don't get hiccups or slowdowns or anything. It feels like a game. And I enjoy that, and it's good. I'm glad we got that base level. Now throw me back in the shit. Okay. Fuck my shit up. Throw some features at me. And yeah.
Isn't that a
You
Cardi
talk
B
to your
song?
wife with that mouth?
I sure do. She likes it.
Is this next patch is going to be 4.4, right?
Nix!
And this is the last
Nick.
patch of the year, or is there going to be one more after that?
I think there's got to be one more, right? At
Unsure.
least.
I think
When
there's
is
one more.
Invictus and stuff?
I can't remember
All
the
right,
count
well-
because there is a count. Like they counted like 10 patches or something this year.
So-
We're on 8.
4.4, which is the next one that just went to Evocati, that has the engineering, that has the fire. What's
Nope, that's
everybody's
different.
like? Is that different?
That's a tech preview. The actual Evo for 4.4 hasn't gone to Evo yet.
So what was this? What they showed with the fire and
Tech preview.
that was tech preview. What's the difference between that and?
Tech preview is just it's separate from patches. It's a separate loop.
It's
It's just
usually
a chance for
something
them to
special.
show, it's a chance for them to test something outside of the normal patch cycle to just be like, this is what we're testing. Let's see how
So
it's
the
going.
fire,
Maybe we
the
can get it
fire
in the
that people
patch.
were talking about, like in my YouTube feed, that's not coming in the next 4.4.
Unlikely.
Yeah.
Highly unlikely.
No. Yeah.
There will
Expect
be a
no.
lot of confused
Okay, I'm
ears.
highly disappointed now because I was so looking forward to ripping that fire extinguisher off the wall, jumping out into space, and turning the fire extinguisher
Wally.
on and flying around.
Wally.
Yep,
Oh,
100%.
no, wait. Now Disney's lawyers are going to come after us. Great.
4.4 is the 10th patch of 2025.
Oh, okay.
And
Maybe that will be the
if we
last
can't use the fire extinguisher as a jetpack in space, that is emerging and game breaking.
Say that again. We can say
Instant
that
refund.
again. So I'm gonna make a short of that. Say that again.
If we don't get 4.4 or whatever patch comes up, when we can finally tear the fire extinguisher off the wall, if we can't use that thing in space as a jetpack, game broken.
You heard it here, Sig. You heard it here, Chris Roberts, John Crew. That's the best idea since toilets. I'm not joking, dude.
I mean,
you say
that's
that.
kind of crazy there, Jar Jar. That's putting it pretty high up there.
If I'm in space and I shoot the fire extinguisher and it doesn't push me in the opposite direction with equal force as Newton's laws would command, oh boy! Now, see, if had you not said that, Wicket,
Another 6 months of development.
had you
We've
not
had to
said
develop
that,
a new
6
flight
years.
model.
oh, dude, I'm gonna be so upset for probably a decade.
They'll probably get that working right away, but then Chris Roberts will not want to release it because the little CO2 particles that are emanating from the exhaust nozzle of the fire extinguisher,
Right?
they're just not cinematic enough. So until we get that right,
Yeah.
that's going to stay
8K.
under wraps.
The new audio guy's
Mr.
gonna have to look at it.
Mr. Jajar.
Yeah.
What happened? He
Yes.
wasn't. We never
I
even
just
heard
wanted
from
to
him.
tell
Willie.
you.
Willie's
that-
my assistant, Wicket. Hold on, let Willie speak. Yes, Willie.
No. This is Jens Flores.
Oh, Jens Flores.
You
Jens
don't even
Flores,
know your
how'd
own
you pop
assistant.
in here? Jens Flores is a fantastic, for those of you who don't know, he's a developer from CIG. He's fantastic with computers. Sometimes he sneaks on in here under the couch. I don't even know how he does it. Jens Flores from CIG Frankfurt. Thank you for joining us.
Hello. Thank you. Yes. I just wanted to make the announcement that yes, we are working on that, but we have to physicalize each CO2 particle, and in order to generate the G forces needed with an advanced calculation. Currently, we are slated for 2029.
We're going to need new Vulcan effects too for all the bubbles, right?
This
Ray
will
tracing.
be
Ray
Each
tracing.
bubble needs to be ray traced.
DirectX 19.
Wow, you guys are forward thinking.
Yes.
Now, Jens, given the realism of the game, and now that you have fire extinguishers in the game, you're saying you need to physicalize each CO2 particle. Do fire extinguishers contain CO2?
Someone's
Most do,
Googling
yes.
right now.
Yes, of course. Or halon, or you could have something where it is a chemical reaction where it still uses CO2, but also has water, like a bicarbonate solution.
I was
I
just
did not
checking.
Google
The
that.
fourth wall is coming down.
I did not Google that.
No, some developers they do that. You can work.
Could you
Make it
imagine
work.
working at CIG? You're a fucking computer guy. You want to just make games. And Chris Roberts is like, I need you to become an expert on fire extinguishers.
Well, who did the geology stuff for like the refining? Like that was or any of those?
Randy
like,
Marsh.
Yeah. I mean, I assume they hired some sort of geologist consultant.
I doubt they did, just because I mean, when we recently didn't have a chance to talk to anyone at CIG, and I didn't ask them if they got any training on public speaking, for these massive events and stuff, and they were like, no, that would like. I was surprised because some of them have done really well, just like their first time out, and have come a long way, over the years. And they're like, no, CIG didn't. They didn't offer any kind of help or training for that. So I think these guys are just out there raw dogging the internet and learning as much as they can.
Well, believe it or not, you
Meeting
may
up
not know from listening to the show, but I used to train people in public speaking. Not too long ago, 2 or 3 years
Really?
ago. Yeah.
Was this in prison?
No, this was not. Although I would be happy to. I don't know why they would need to, but I'd be happy to.
I think the
Wanna duck out, y'all. Have a good
Jared
one.
trained them.
Rehabilitation.
Rob, Good
Hi,
luck.
Rob.
Wicket, you were saying something?
I think
Dropping
the
like
meat puppet
flies.
Jared was training them to speak. I'm sure he coached.
I'm sure he coached them. Yeah, because but they said no. But
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't get any formal training, but I'm sure he,
Some of them they just throw to the wolves.
I mean, and look how many times
They
a lot
basically
of
said
those
they shit
guys.
themselves on stage.
Yeah.
Look how many times those guys have now been in front of people and in front of the camera. A lot of them have been, it's just you muscle. The more you work, you're going to build up some resistance, some tolerance.
Yeah, and I'm sure
I think
Jared's
overall they
feedback
do
wasn't
well.
the best. Well, Jared's feedback, John Crew, be more like the puppet.
I think they do fine. I mean, some of the stuff they say, I think just sounds like a lot of marketing speak, but
How dare you? I think it would be interesting to be in an interview. Like they said, some people, they get people show up who don't necessarily know. Yeah, like we might ask you to go on stage in front of 2,000 people and be simultaneously live
wait a minute, I
throughout
didn't
the
sign up
world.
for this. I sit behind the screen all day.
Yeah, but
It's
they
in your
do. I
contract.
mean, obviously, right? It's in your contract. It's like, no, you totally did sign up for this.
You
But
got
it'd
that
be interesting
AI
to see someone in an
NPC.
interview who showed up and just didn't know, that was the deal. Oh, somebody, yeah.
Poor guys on stage hyperventilating.
Right? How many
That'd be
sitcoms
me,
have there
man.
been and no one's passed out yet?
It's impressive.
It's pretty good.
To be honest, those cons are very tiny.
Wow, listen
dude.
to this guy.
This guy over here.
This guy's swinging some big cons over here.
Those guys
okay.
Look at the cons on this kid.
He's got a pair of cons
Hey,
on him.
do you carry those around yourself, or do you need like a wheelbarrow or something?
So I'll put it this way. So
Hey, put it any way you want, man. No one's going to argue with the guy whose cons are that big.
So when it was in LA, it was the vendor room plus, or vendor-ish room with exhibits and the pyro area, right? Plus the seating area for the big, presentations and everything like that. It was like 1,500 people you could seat there or something. That was only half of the vendor room for like LA Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Like that's just half the vendor room. Like the whole SitCon was not even just like, it was just Artist Alley.
Yeah, but Comic-Con
great.
is like
Yeah, but-
DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Pokemon, that
There's so many
weird
different
anime stuff.
franchises that are being represented where
Right.
Citizen Con is a single thing.
Yeah, and,
No,
and
no,
you're
no, no.
you're a dude that just got hired to make water
You're a
look pretty.
con shamer.
You know, you got hired to make water look pretty, and now you've got to talk in front of 2,000 people, and also, no one. I mean, I guess maybe I'm wrong on this. I don't go for the Comic-Con stuff, but I mean, are they also live streaming? Every interview at Comic-Con.
Yeah,
with people. Really?
They are.
Yeah,
most of them.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why though?
Because people can't be there. They'll attend from outside. But my thing is like, the reason why you haven't seen people faint, or you haven't seen like medical emergencies or some of the hiccups, is because it is rather small, but they make a big production of it, which is impressive. Honestly,
I don't think that's the reason. I mean, the reason is because those guys have done pretty well. I mean, some people will pass out, talking to a room full of like 10 people.
No, he means like the audience, the attendees.
Oh, I wasn't talking about the attendees passing out. That's what you were talking about?
I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, it's about the dudes on
Does anyone know what the fuck we're talking about?
Who gives a shit if any of the schlubs sitting in the seats pass out?
Wow.
Oh my god. That's you. That's me. That's us.
There's
Yeah,
someone listening
that's
right
what I'm
now.
saying.
We're
If
the
Jar-
schlubs, Duke.
Where are the slopes?
That's what I'm saying. If Jar Jar passes out, I'm gonna roll his bloated corpse to the side, okay, and take his seat if it's a better spot. That's it. I'm gonna
Take it,
rifle
dude.
through his bag,
Go for
take
it.
some of his stickers, and move on with my life. I don't care
Bro,
if
if I
he
passed
passes
out, I
He's
had a
going to
good
roll
time.
you out of the
If
way
John
and loot
Crew
your
passes out in the
knapsack.
middle of the presentation, I'm gonna be
Oh
pissed.
god.
Okay, I'm gonna be up there giving him
their life
CPR, not because I care for the man, which I do. That's something separate, but because I want my presentation.
Okay, Duke wants to give John Crew mouth to mouth. You've heard it here first.
Are you at least gonna maybe like
Breaking
put
news,
their
open
phone
comms.
onto 911 and then just leave their phone there before you steal their wallet too?
No, 911 doesn't like that.
Damn.
That's wild.
You see, Cosmic? Duke would leave you there in the bar, just slumped over.
Damn.
No, he
Yeah, I'd be
wouldn't.
okay
he
with
wouldn't
that.
he wouldn't leave you there. He would first loot you and then leave you there.
He wouldn't leave all of me there. Oh, he's got
Duke
ammo
has-
going
You
on?
gotta open
Hell yeah.
inventory and see if there's anything you need first.
Yeah,
He's
grab
got
the
a
ammo off me.
He's
Look.
protecting your valuables. That's what they call it.
Yeah, I'm
guys-
just holding
as an
on to it for you.
As an example, Duke has left Jar Jar slumped over at a bar. So I mean that
I've never. I don't. First of all, I don't slump in public.
So I don't slump. He lays down gracefully.
Yeah.
I'm actually. I'll have you know, and I'll put it out there on the internet.
Resting my
I am
eyes.
very good. I'm a very good party animal.
He survived
I-
Citizen Con.
I will keep it together, baby. I will keep
You heard it here, folks.
together until I get home.
The gauntlet has been thrown. If you'd like to take Jar Jar out for a party and test, just send a message to
By all means,
Cons Radio.
Buy my drinks.
Wait. Are you soliciting people to solicit Jar Jar at a party?
Yes.
Are they paying for this service?
Can I tell you something?
No.
Given the current climate in the economic climate in the United States, I have a lot of free time. And if somebody did want to be like,
Same.
"Hey, dude, I'll go out and get you drunk, dude," I'd be like, "Yeah, like of course, let's go, baby." You know, you and me.
Didn't drink. You didn't drink me dry during Citizen Con, so, and I had free flowing liquor.
That's true. You had a
That's
lot, but
that's
I was.
we were tired. We were all tired.
Yeah, we were like running it. It was a lot.
Yeah, I was busy
Tired,
cooking with broccoli.
Yeah, y'all did an amazing job.
You cooked broccoli? Whoa.
Where
we
did
cooked
you
broccoli,
All right.
we did.
We cooked
Where
broccoli.
did-
Actually,
where-
it was Brussels sprouts. But
Speaking of, I gotta tell Broccoli, I'm gonna be visiting where he lives.
So
I'm probably
run.
gonna be like a few blocks from him very soon. So tell him either to go away that weekend or he's gonna end up taking me out for drinks. Anyway, nobody fucking cares.
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares.
All right, look, all right, I'll give you guys an option here. We can do another half hour, make this 2 episodes, or we could just end it right here.
I gotta go. So
let's
I
just
say
end it.
Let's end it.
Let's
Let's end it.
keep them wanting more, Jar Jar. You know,
I
Yeah.
might still cut it into 2
always
episodes.
keep them wanting more.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I don't know.
Tell
We'll
us.
see. We'll see how it. I don't know if next week it's gonna be worth having a show.
What? Are you saying our voices aren't worth it?
No, our voices are worth it, but in terms of the development and CIG and the content and the patch, you know, what do we foresee happening next week?
The
I mean, there
next
could be
phase,
feedback from the engineering tech preview. There could be, more waves of that with new
the
information.
4.4 Evo is supposed to hit this week.
You see, Jar
It
Jar,
already
it's
hit. Didn't it already hit?
2025.
No, it did not
Right.
yet.
It's 2025, and Star Citizen is growing by leaps and bounds. If you miss a week, you miss a world.
By hops and skips, anyway. Also, we haven't gotten a word from our sponsor.
That was, yeah. I mean, we need.
All right. All right.
Adri
Before
Finish
we
it
go,
up.
we'll
Word from our
have a
sponsor.
word from our sponsor. Anubis, you got it?
Which one are we doing?
The one I texted you.
You texted me one?
Yeah, check your text.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Jeez.
let me see. Let me see the
Lack of
text.
professionalism.
You know,
This
usually
guy's been
they.
invaded by
Okay,
an alien menace.
where
He is
is
an
this
alien
text?
menace.
You did not text me.
I think you sent it to your
Yeah.
to your Tinder,
Tricorder. Check your
Tinder
tricorder.
Check your tricorder, please.
I
Thank you.
don't have Laura enabled on there yet, so I can't receive messages.
Anubis, I'm pretty regular with this every week, before the show, Wednesdays, I text you the advertisement on your tricorder.
There is literally nothing here. I've opened all the
Literally
tricorders.
at 4:20 p.m. every Wednesday.
That's
Let
the
me
time to
see.
do it.
420. Looking here, I see 1:23 p.m. and then I see 6:16 a.m. today.
All right.
Thanks for
does anyone else?
messaging me
Does
at
anyone else have the
6:16
ad?
a.m. There's
No?
you never sent me anything.
What fucking? You didn't send anything.
Yeah, I'll read it. I'll read it.
Jesus Christ.
Gaslighting all of us.
God.
Right? This is abusive.
Looking to have a good time? Want to play soccer? Want to play basketball? Want to play baseball? Well, they don't exist anymore because the aliens took them. Join XenoThreat.
Jesus.
Wow, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel for advertisers
right?
there, aren't we?
We're just
Cruise Lux. They stopped.
I found the ad.
We lost Cruise Lux.
We lost Cruise Lux.
Oh my god.
They specifically they mentioned
It's over,
Wicket.
folks.
No, they mentioned Wicket saying that prison sentences should be longer, and they're like, we can't politically. It's not a good look for us to.
Are they prison abolitionists?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Cruise Lux.
Like 70% of their sales actually are prison based, aren't they?
Yeah, so we're doing XenoThreat ads now.
Ooh.
Oof, okay. Well,
yep. Anyway, join XenoThreat.
Well, we're canceled.
Anyway, this is usually how we end the show. Duke, how do we usually end the show?
That's how you actually.
We usually ask if anyone has something they want to say for Chris Roberts or anyone at CIG or the universe in general is usually what we say.
The internet. Yeah, the internet usually. Yeah. So we're gonna go. We should go backwards. We're gonna go backwards. We're gonna start with Wicket. Wicket, is there anything you'd like to say to CIG, Chris Roberts, or the people on the internet?
Fire extinguisher jetpacks. Make it happen.
Fuck yeah, dude. Cosmic Hobo, is there anything you'd like to say to CIG, Chris Roberts, or the people on the internet?
I'll try something new. Could you give us a new origin ship, please?
Huh. Interesting. Lord Anubis, is there anything you'd like to say to CIG, Chris Roberts, or the people on the internet?
Yes. I would like to say that you treated Schmidt very unfairly, and that was wrong.
Are you talking to the internet?
The Gestalt.
Anubis?
I don't know.
It's not really. You're not supposed to say it to me. Yeah, it's CIG, Chris Roberts.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be a.
I think I speak for everybody.
Yeah, but to
and
who?
To everybody.
I think he's speaking to everyone.
He's
Speaking
doing
to
the
everyone.
internet. He's doing the internet.
About
He's doing
you
the internet.
treating him unfairly. You treated him unfairly. I'm just saying.
It cut out. The signal.
Anyways, I had nothing, so I don't know. I figured I'd.
Well, Duke,
Have a
Duke, we
character.
did it. Duke. Duke.
We did it. All right.
We did another episode, Duke. How do you feel?
I feel good. I feel
right.
it was a real banger.
Well, Duke, you played us in. Why don't you play us out?
I'm playing Helldivers right now.
Ew.
No, Duke, it's a song.
Oh, da 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 da. There you go. How's that?
Da 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 da.